what's up? It's Josh here with Photo Booth International. Thank you for watching today. So today I'm sitting down with my banker, Amanda. So I asked her, we were having a meeting the other day, I asked her to come in, talk to you guys about banking. I know banking could scare a lot of people. You don't know what to do, you're getting started, you just made a big investment, you need to pick the right bank for your business. So I brought in Amanda here today, and we're going to talk a little bit about what that process looks like, what you should do, what to look out for, how to interview your banker. And so Amanda, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so I'm Amanda Stephenson. I'm a commercial banker with Simmons Bank here in the DFW, Dallas area. I've worked all over the country. I started my banking career with JP Morgan in Columbus, Ohio, and moved down to Florida with Regions Bank, and now I'm over here in Texas. So I've worked for large banks, middle-sized banks, and small banks, and so I can, hopefully my expertise will come and, shine some light on you guys on what to look for when you're speaking with bankers.
Yeah, so typically when someone's getting started, so we were talking about this earlier, let's say they just got their business LLC set up and now they're ready to find a business bank. What should they do next?
The most important thing, like anything that you're doing, you always want to shop around. So you always want to go talk to, I would say, at least 3 different bankers. Talk to someone at the larger banks. So Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, the larger ones. Talk to some people in the middle-sized banks, Regions, SunTrust, depending on where you are in the nation. And then talk to your local banks. Everyone has different levels of expertise. The most important thing that you're looking for, though, when you are shopping your bank, if you will, or shopping around for banks, is to figure out who you have the best relationship with. Someone who's really going to take the time to sit down to learn what you're doing, where you are now in your career, and if you're just starting out with a new business. Make sure that they understand where you are and what your growth goals are, what your business priorities are, so they can provide you with advice, guidance, and education. So it's really the individual person that you were looking for that you really connect best with.
Okay. So let's say I'm starting off, I go to some of the big banks. What are some of the questions that I would ask like a banker to see? Because I feel like sometimes I get treated like a number and they just want to open an account, but they don't really care about me or my needs. I may need to get a credit card and I want to start building up like my business credit, that kind of stuff. So what kind of questions should I ask for to know that it's a good fit?
Well, the main one is, what's your experience? Have you opened a business? Talk to me about your current clientele. Do you start off with, do you partner with majority, new businesses, or do you partner with existing businesses? A lot of the larger banks, they typically only can really help clients with 2 years in business. So if you're a brand new, business owner starting out, when you speak about like a lending front, typically they can't really give you lines of credit or term loans, any kind of equipment without 2 years of filed returns. But the most important thing is, you just want to make sure that they understand, again, what you do for a living, what your goals are, and ask them a lot of questions. Ask them, do you own a business? Who do you know that owns a business? Talk to me about your type of clientele that you currently partner with. How have you helped your clients grow their businesses? But anytime you start out, especially with new business owners, you definitely need a checking account. You need to get some kind of, place to park your money. You need a business savings account. Anytime you make a business deposit, you always have to throw money into that savings account. There's always expenses that come up that you don't know about. There's taxes, there's insurance, there's so many different things that come up, and you have to start saving for it. Even if you get a $100 deposit, throw 10 bucks in there, throw 20 bucks in there, and just do that every time you make a deposit. Keep those reserves building up. That way you don't have to use credit in the future. Speaking of credit, it's extremely crucial that you start establishing credit for the business. Just like how it is on the personal finances, you always want to make sure you have credit under your personal social security number. You also need credit for the business tax ID number. So best way to do that starting out is a business credit card. So, most of the cards, you look at the larger banks, 0% interest for a certain period of time. You make sure you utilize that, but pay it off every single month as best as you can. Take advantage of those rewards. My advice is to never use a debit card, never use cash in your operating account, because you need that for, again, upcoming expenses. Put everything on a corporate card, pay it off. It's going to build credit for your business. Plus, a lot of these cards offer cash rewards for travel rewards. I have clients that don't ever have to pay for flights because they put everything on a corporate card. So there's so many different avenues, and make sure you talk to your banker about the different ways that you can benefit from utilizing their services. Because let's be real, banks are on every corner. Josh, if you and I walked out your office right now and threw a rock in any direction, we'll hit a bank. Right. So we're a dime a dozen. But again, we all have checking accounts, savings accounts, CDs, all the different fun stuff. But again, the most important thing is who you connect best with, and what are they going to do to earn your business. Are they going to give you cash back, which is basically their way of paying you to bank with them if you look at it that way. If you have a good amount of sum in your savings account, are they going to pay you interest on it? What are they going to do to retain your business? Typically, you'll get more of that white glove service, that roll a red carpet out for you type of service at a smaller bank than you will a larger bank. Larger banks are great for convenience, so depending on where you are and what type of business you have, convenience may be more important to you than just the better rates on a money market account. So it just really depends on what your individual goals are. But just talk to your bank and see what they're going to do to retain your business and what they're going to do to give back, and see what they can do to help grow your business.
Yeah, and banks need new accounts, right? They want to help.
Oh, they love new accounts.
Yeah, they love new accounts.
Yeah.
So when you go into the bank, don't get intimidated. While we're talking about this, I was thinking about how should someone, does it matter how they dress? Does it have an effect? If you're sitting there?
I mean, typically not. Every business is different. It's 2019.
Yeah.
We're in the age of tech businesses, and it's you walk into some of these tech companies and everyone's wearing shorts and t-shirts. As a banker, I'm dressed out in a t-shirt and jeans right now, and I feel weird about it. But a lot of my business clients, I have some clients that just wear shorts and a tank top, all the time. It doesn't necessarily matter, but you don't want to go in, smelling like any kind of narcotics or anything of the sort. You want to make sure you're presentable. Go in and just be confident and just tell them what they do. First question they're going to ask you is, tell me about your business. Make sure you have a good elevator speech, if you will. Just say, hey, this is what I'm doing, X, Y, Z. If you go in and say, it's kind of this, it's kind of that, it's very similar to this, but not really, the banker is going to kind of sit back in their chair and wonder what you're actually doing. So just make sure you feel confident about what you're doing. This is your business. Talk about it. And bankers, we love to hear what you guys do for a living. So anytime we ask you, hey, so what do you do? Tell us. I think the first time I met Josh here at the office, he walked me around and he was showing off what he does, and he took pride in what he does. That's the kind of stuff bankers look for, because we're eager to help those people, versus the ones that are coming in saying, I don't really know how to explain it, but it's X, Y, Z. Just, come in confident, just talk about your business. These people are here to help you. I know it's intimidating walking to a financial center and you see someone sitting across from you in a suit asking you all these different questions about C Corp, S Corp. It doesn't matter. And if you don't know something, just say, what, this is my first business. I'm not 100% sure. Can you walk me through it? They'd be more than happy to. All bankers across the board are all willing to help.
All right, well, that was a lot of information, a lot of good information. I wish I had that information when I started.
Yeah.
So any final thoughts while we wrap up for new business owners?
Just go out there and hustle. It's business. There's so many people out there that are willing to help. There's so many networking groups. There's so many different avenues that are going to help you along the way. Just go in with an open mind, learn stuff. You don't walk in like you know everything. I learn something new every day. That's part of life. So if you can go home and say you learned something new, that means it was a good day. So just go in, be you, just be confident, be proud of what you're doing, and just represent. And just start hustling.
Cool. Well, thank you for coming by, guys. If you have any more questions for Amanda, comment below or send us a message on Instagram. Make sure to follow us at photoboothint.com. photoboothint.com. Actually, at photoboothint on Instagram, and the website photoboothint.com. And make sure to subscribe. We're going to try and bring more vendors. I know you guys need help with all this kind of stuff. It was intimidating for me in the beginning, but now I'm going to share all this knowledge with you guys. Comment, subscribe below, and let me know what else you guys need. Any other vendors you want me to bring on to the show, I'm more than happy to do that. And thank you again, Amanda, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.